All right, moving from sports to fashion. Joining me now, Kira Berger with the Otesha Project. Good morning, how are you?
Good morning, I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. What's the project all about? Tell me a little bit about it.
The Otesha Project is an Ottawa-based national charity run by youth, and what we do is environmental education in a number of really creative ways. So we use theater, we use experiential activities, and we also use bicycle tours to engage Canadians of all ages on issues of environmental sustainability, as well as some different important social issues.
Okay, why did you get involved in it?
I originally got involved in the Otesha Project in 2008 because I was really inspired by the cycling aspect and the combination of theater with cycling and environmental issues.
How do you combine theater and cycling?
Well, we actually organize cycling and performing tours. So groups of volunteers get together and they'll spend a month or 2 months on the road cycling from town to town, and along the way they'll deliver presentations in elementary schools, high schools, community centers, a variety of locations, talking about these different issues.
Okay. So now one of the initiatives that you've got going on is recycling and reusing clothing. So we've got some dresses set out, and I also, why is your shirt inside out?
I'm glad you asked. So you'll notice I have an Otesha Project shirt on, and all of our shirts, what we do is we purchase secondhand shirts, we turn them inside out, and we print our logo on the back side of them, or on the reverse side of them. These are the t-shirts that we give to our cycling and performing volunteers, etc. And we don't do it so much as a fashion statement, so much as a conversation starter, because a lot of people will ask, oh, why is your shirt inside out? And it's a great point for us to launch into the issue of how a lot of the products we buy, clothing included, have a really big environmental and social impact. A lot of people are thinking about these things these days, and especially being Earth Month, a lot of people are thinking about how can I do small things in my day-to-day life to reduce my environmental footprint. So we talk about clothing as one thing. An easy example is just one t-shirt, to purchase it new takes about 700 gallons of water.
How is that possible?
Well, if you consider the water and the resources that it takes to grow the cotton, to transport it, to dye the fabric, all of those steps along the way require a tremendous amount of resources. Not to mention there's also some social issues involved there too, in terms of sweatshops or labor issues.
So what can we do to help alleviate the problem?
There's a lot of things we can do, and a lot of them are actually quite a bit of fun. So some of the top things that I recommend is getting to know the local second-hand shops or consignment shops in your neighborhood.
Great idea, yes.
Everything that I wear is always purchased secondhand, or I get it from a clothing swap, which is an idea I'd like to tell you about as well. But just to touch on thrift shops or secondhand shops and consignment shops, you can find an incredible amount of things. These dresses are from consignment shops, and they're extremely affordable, and often you can find brand name designs at consignment shops at a really affordable price and in really wonderful condition.
Well, and that's the key point there, in really good condition, because a lot of people buy something, maybe wear it once or twice, it's not for them anymore, they grow out of it, which is what most often happens to me. So then it gets passed on and it still looks brand new. I mean, this is a Marciano dress, and you'd probably pay $250 for this?
And I paid $20.
Yeah, see, exactly. Okay, so now what clothing swap?
So a clothing swap, this is one of my favorite things to do with my girlfriends, is we'll pick a day and all of us will go through our wardrobes and we'll pick the things that we just haven't been wearing very much, and maybe we're not ready to let them go, but it would be okay if a friend of ours had it. So we'll organize an evening and we'll have some drinks, we'll get together and we'll swap all of our clothing. So we'll lay it out, we'll set up a little change room, and we'll just try on each other's clothing that we're no longer interested in keeping.
Fun.
And a number of my wardrobe items have come from that, and it's also a lot of fun when you're at the office the next day and someone says, oh, hey, my shirt looks really great on you. But
now I want it back.
Yeah, it expands your wardrobe threefold in moments.
Before we go, what are some of the other resources that you brought today?
Great, thanks for asking. So the Otesha Project has this wonderful book. We have a chapter all on clothing. It also covers a number of different issues like water, food, and transportation. Has great information and also great ideas for things that folks can do to contribute positively to these issues. And if folks are interested in hopping on their bicycle for an adventure, they're very beginner friendly, and it's a wonderful experience to get to know Canada by bicycle and meet some wonderful people. We are accepting applications for our bicycle tours this year, and all of the information is at otesha.ca.
Perfect. Kira, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thanks so much for having me.
It's a pleasure to see you, and I'm always a big fan of the new ideas that Otesha is introducing. So head to the website to learn more information about the potential clothing swap. It's a great idea.